And now joining us is Drake Bassett, the president and CEO of Palmer Home. Hey, Drake, how's it going today, sir?
Very good, Gerard. Uh, Great to see you.
Yes, sir. Same here. So we always enjoy our big day up at the Palmer Home, raising money for the home and for the kids. A great cause, and we did pretty good this year, didn't we? How much we end up raising?
Well, we did really, really well. We raised over $200,000, close to two 240, I think, is where we were at. And
Yeah,
I got to say, Gerard, I was listening to your ramp up,
yeah.
and I was, I'll blame you for getting me a little ramped up. That was good commentary, and congratulations on being recognized. By the way, that is fantastic.
Thank you,
And
Drake.
I think it's really nice when quality people are recognized for those types of things.
Appreciate
And
that,
it
Drake.
also occurred to me that you and I have talked about we come from similar background in terms of business, and it wasn't easy getting started, I'm sure, in your career. And I suspect that they didn't give you that Who's Who award, 12 months into your career. They just didn't. Um, you know, and the reality is we don't do our young people, and that's of course where Palmer Homes invested. We don't do our young people any favors by setting unrealistic expectations or by disguising the realities of the way this world works. And so we don't hand out apartments, we don't hand out jobs, we don't hand out cars, and we're trying to teach our children here at Palmer Home, as they're growing up, but especially when they cross over in 18 plus and they get out into the world. We try to teach them that those principles and those values of hard work and faith and trying again, and when you fail you got to get back up. We're spending a lot of time coaching young people who already have some emotional handicaps from the fact that they didn't have a support network.
Yeah,
So I also get a little irritated when people are running around with big paychecks lecturing the universe about all the things we need to be doing for people. It doesn't help
yeah,
anybody. And
yeah.
I, speaking from Palmer Home, it doesn't help our children overcome what's real in the world. So I thank you for your commentary on that, and I know that you earned your award. We teach our children that if you work at it, there's some good things out there for you as well.
Wow. Well, that's special, and I'm honored. I'm humbled, Drake, at the kind words. But honestly, most importantly, that Palmer Home, your organization, instills those values in the children. And look, you and I, we were blessed in that we had a stable home life, and I know that's what your goal is. That's what your mission is
Yep.
to ensure that these children who didn't ask for the circumstances that they were born into often, or that maybe evolved into that, but they're still a precious child, and they still have unbelievable potential and their entire lives in front of them. And if we can just get them some stability, which is what Palmer Home offers, and some guidance and mentorship, and instill those values in them, then they're on their way, and they can access and they can capitalize on the wonderful world of opportunities that are available to them in this state, in this country, and they can live a successful, healthy life as an adult and hopefully as a parent who then passes that on to their children. That, to me, ought to be the goal. That's what made this country so great. We seem to have drifted somewhat from those values. So I applaud you, Drake, and the whole team at Palmer Home for carrying on that tradition there.
Well, I think SuperTalk Radio. I think the people across Mississippi who have been living, long enough to know, what it takes, can appreciate that. Sure, children are going to have some handicaps in terms of overcoming some of the difficult circumstances that they come from. But what you talked about is exactly what we're trying to do. last night, my wife and I had the pleasure of joining about 10 of our older children for a Thanksgiving dinner. They're 18 and older, and we got to visit with them and have dinner together. And I listened to one young man talk about getting ready to become part of an EMT group. He's training for that. I listened to another young man talk about getting promoted at work. He wants to be a diesel mechanic. I listened to one young lady talk about her. She's just completed or about to complete a round of community college, and then she's going to head off to one of our major schools, and she wants to be involved with social work. I'm listening to these children who have accepted their circumstance, but they have embraced the challenge to break the cycle, overcome, and get out there and give it the best that they've got. Now, the way that works, and that's why I'm so grateful always to come on the radio and thank all of the people who contribute to Palmer Home, because what that does is it creates a place where we can all be together and we can talk about those values, and they can find and experience people who love and care for them, and we'll coach them around the corner in order to get out there in life. So as we come up on Thanksgiving, Thanksgiving's a really nice time. We all like to huddle with people that we know and love and that love us back. And, we're grateful that we have those families and those opportunities. And what we try to provide at Palmer Home are the same kind of opportunities. So we're thrilled that we can do it. And it's for all the reasons you mentioned, that, life's tough, but hey, there are opportunities, and you can live a great life if you have the support network.
The prospects of a child developing into a productive and balanced, happy, healthy adult are much greater when those values are being instilled than when they're constantly hearing you just don't have any chance. I just reject that. I got to tell you, I totally disagree with that approach. And it may be self-serving to those who are spewing that rhetoric at them, but it's not helping the subject, in my view.
Yeah, I'm afraid it is. I think you're right. And if we didn't have, history behind us to demonstrate that, there's no yellow brick road. The reality is you've really got to see that the world can be difficult. And, we've defined ourselves as a nation, not perfectly. Everybody understands that. It's not perfect. But the reality is we basically said, we're going to treat you fairly. We're going to create an opportunity. The law and the courts are going to protect injustice, and we're all going to give it the best we got.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
It's not as simple as that. And so if we can help our young people experience the same thing, statistics show, yes, that they can overcome and that they can experience some great things. So I reject it as well. And the last thing I would tell a young person is, well, go out there and find someone to give it to you. Doesn't happen. So, we're going to continue to coach them to work hard, read their Bible, study, learn, grow, become good people, and things will be good for you.
Yeah, that's absolutely right. And just following the old golden rule, just treating people the way you want to be treated, that'll take you far in any endeavor.
Sure will.
It just will. It'll take you far. It just always works, no matter what. And, I wonder, and I know you do too, Drake, about those who are in difficult circumstances, who you can't get to, who you can't serve. And then you look at those who you have, and you got to take some satisfaction in knowing that, because they crossed our path and we were able to get to them, we changed the trajectory of their lives forever.
Yeah. That is really the concept, and I appreciate you stating it that way. We are always grateful for any child that, for whatever reason, makes their way to our door. Because the way we see it is that is our opportunity to serve them, but it's their opportunity to hear some things and receive some things and experience the love and the trust that will allow them to grow. I know there are many children out there that we can't reach or that we can't serve, and I wish in some way that could all be addressed. But I will say this, for every child that comes our way, we're not going to back off one bit. We're going to do everything we can to serve them. And that's why we appreciate the trust and the commitment of friends like you and SuperTalk broadly, and of course everybody across Mississippi that contributes to the Palmer Home. That's our goal, and we'll continue to pursue that.
It's awesome. Appreciate you, Drake, for coming on, and please express our happy Thanksgiving sentiments to everybody at Palmer Home, all the children, all those associated with it. Thank you, sir. We'll talk soon.
You bet. Great to see you, Gerard. Take care.
We're coming right back, folks. Thanks a lot.